staring into the river, contemplating what went wrong the previous trip, and how this time around, things have to be different. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's go back to the beginning. It was August 18th, and I was headed to Rogersville to do a catfishing how-to video. This particular spot is one of the best spots to catch catfish in the spring, and I thought for sure, late summer, it was going to be absolutely on fire. But boy was I wrong. When I got to my best spot, I explained my rigging and quickly threw out a couple of cut baits, hoping that was going to equal a big catfish. Instead, I got a surprise that I was not expecting. Alright guys, we got our first takedown. Rod's bouncing. As you can tell, something big took the bait, and I was very excited, thinking that I had just hooked a big flathead. I'm assuming it's a catfish, but you never know in a place like this. It's where a lot of fish congregate. But as I got it closer to the shore, something just didn't feel right. Oh, look at those air bubbles coming up. Oh, shoot. And our first fish of the day is none other than a softshell turtle. Darn it. All right, let's get him up. As you could tell from my voice, I was disappointed. This was not the thing I wanted to hook, and in fact, I never want to hook a turtle, no matter what the species. They're a pain in the butt, they bend out the hooks, and honestly, I kind of like turtles. So after wrestling with this guy for a little while, I finally got the hook out and set him free, hoping that wouldn't happen anymore. All right, well, we're starting off the video one softshell turtle. And if we catch too many more of them guys, we're gonna have to switch spots because, believe it or not, it's a fishing channel. I have a bad feeling that we've got turtles down there just stealing all my bait. Yeah, so this one is completely picked clean. Look at that, guys, picked clean. I think we're gonna have to move locations because there's, I believe, just a ton of softshell turtle in this section of the river. This isn't the first time I've caught a softshell turtle in Rogersville, but it's not something that happens a lot to me. So in my mind, I was thinking it's back to catfishing and finally catching the right species. But boy, was I in for a surprise that day. All right, so we switched locations. Hopefully location 2 has less turtles and more fish. Let's find out. I was actually warned by a subscriber in the spring that this type of thing could happen, but I honestly didn't think it could happen to me. I guess sometimes you just have to learn the hard way. Oh, look at that takedown. Look at that takedown. Here we go. Fish on. You can hear the optimism in my voice. I still think we're catching fish. All right, guys, we've got a nice fish on. You know, the way it's bedding down, I'm fearful this is not a fish. Please be a fish, though. Let's just get a look at it. I'm afraid it may be a turtle because it is. Yeah, it's a turtle. There he goes. There he goes. I think we ought to switch spots again then, because I really don't want to deal with these softshell turtle. They're like the worst. Let's go to the other side and maybe, just maybe, we'll find a catfish instead of a turtle. Otherwise, we're gonna have to make a how to catch turtle video. All right, we're at location number 3, and this one is tucked away up here at the top of the spillway. So maybe less turtles, we'll see. The truth is, I forgot to turn my GoPro on and was confidently fishing away when suddenly I caught a pretty nice channel cat and landed it. That's when I discovered the GoPro wasn't on. I was having a bad fishing trip, and I was kind of starting to lose my mind a little bit. You can even hear me talking to myself. You're having a bad day. It's okay, but you are having a bad day. Let's be honest about it. Well guys, what you didn't see is that I just landed my first catfish, and unfortunately I didn't have the GoPro on, and you'd think 5 years into this thing a person might learn, but you know, there's still human error involved. No worries, we missed one off camera, but we'll get the rest on the camera. Fish on. There we go. Fish on, guys. Now, is it a turtle or is it a catfish? Are we recording? We're recording. Okay. Oh, darn it. Turtle number 3. Can you believe it? I mean, these guys are just crazy. They are everywhere. Every location I've gone to today, we have hooked a softshell turtle. Okay, it's out. So check this out, guys. All I'm gonna do is roll him over and away he goes. You blasted turtles, man. I can't get away from them today. And boy, oh boy, would I like to catch anything but a turtle. I decided to go back to the previous location to give it one more attempt before I gave up. I wasn't feeling good about anything until I ran into somebody who gave me hope. It was actually a subscriber on the channel whose name was Vince, who happens to be very good at catching catfish. He not only told me where to go, but showed me pictures of catfish he caught earlier that day, and even gave me some of his white bass as cut bait. Thank you.
I'll show you this.
Now what is this here? Is this a white bass?
White bass.
Heck yeah, okay. He then went on to tell me that I needed to go further downriver and that there were too many turtles in this area. All right, thank you, Vince. I finally had hope again, and with an hour to go, I set up on a new spot and fished away with confidence. But unfortunately, as the minutes ticked by, eventually I had to leave empty-handed without a single catfish documented for my catfish video. Almost 2 months later, I decided it was time to retry Rogersville yet again to do another catfishing video and right the wrongs of the last trip. I started at Watauga Lake Live Bait and Tackle to go get my supplies. I asked for a dozen large shiners as well as frozen gizzard shad. They had both in stock. The following morning, I got up while it was still dark outside, poured myself a cup of coffee, loaded the car, and was on my way. The first thing I noticed was low air pressure when I got into my car. One of my tires was low because of the cool, crisp air of the fall. So my first stop was to find air for the tires. I found a place with free air, so that was good. While I was filling up my tires, I was actually quite emotional. There was an inner battle taking place. So I am not to the river yet. I was feeling conflicted this morning, and so I'm back at my house. The reason I'm back at my house is because last night I forgot to tell my boys that I was going fishing in the morning. I've got young kids, and morning is normally a time where I help them get ready for school and daycare. I cook them breakfast. I get them dressed, and it's kind of the thing I do in the morning with them. And even though at times it can be stressful, it's still a precious time. And when I was filling up air in my tire, I was just feeling the weight of that. It just was just eating at me. And then I got another 5 minutes down the road. Just something clicked inside that said, man, go back. Just go back to your house. Go make your kids breakfast, give them a hug, tell them you love them. And let's sacrifice the morning bite and let's just go do that instead. So I'm here, I'm back at the house. I'm gonna go feed my kids some breakfast, tell them I love them. Just enjoyed the time that I have with them, and then we'll hit the road afterwards. It just hit me in the heart this morning that I really wanted to spend time with them. And I know that morning bite's important, but nothing's more important than your kids or your loved ones. So let's go do that, and then we'll hit the road. All right, guys, well, I feel good about my decision. My oldest son came down the stairs and he had an idea that I might not be there, so I guess my wife maybe told him I might be gone in the morning, and when he saw me, his face lit up. He gave me a big hug and said how happy he was to see me, and we just had a good morning. So made the kids breakfast, did the whole thing, and now I'm ready to get on the road. The sun is now coming up, and no regrets. That was a good choice. So now let's head over to Rogersville. Let's go see if we can catch some catfish. So I just took my exit, and I usually stop at a gas station. It's the last place you can go to before you hit the river. So I'm gonna grab some supplies, get some water. Believe it or not, earlier today, I accidentally broke my charging cord that goes to my phone so that I can charge it while I'm driving. So I'm gonna have to go see if I can find another cord and yeah, get some snacks as well. So I'm gonna head in, go get some supplies. All right, so I got a new cord, which is good. I also got something called Cars that look pretty tasty. It's like a trail mix, but with more options for like chocolate stuff, which would be good. And I also got some water, so we're set. Let's head to the river. After leaving the gas station, no more than 5 minutes later, I was in completely stopped traffic. I stared at hay bales for a long time and contemplated hay bales. Then finally things started moving again, and I was able to see exactly why we had to wait so long. They were resurfacing the road. After what seemed like an eternity, probably 15 minutes, I was back on the road and I was driving again. I finally made it to the long row of tall pine trees, and if you know anything about Rogersville, I was only moments away from the boat ramp. When I made it to the parking lot, I was feeling excited and quickly started loading up the kayak so I could launch it in the river. While I was still loading up my kayak, a friendly guy named David approached me and started talking about all the catfish he had caught over the years in this exact spot. He was certain I was going to have a good day, and after talking with him, my confidence couldn't be higher. I awkwardly set up my tripod down in the boat ramp because I wanted to get a shot of me backing the kayak down. But when I got up to the top, a nice gentleman told me that David left his lights on in the truck. So I awkwardly ran back and yelled for David to get his attention.
Hey, David.
Your truck lights are on.
They're off.
Okay. Once I finally got his attention, he reminded me very calmly that his lights would eventually go off on their own, making me feel, well, kind of silly. I was finally able to back the trailer down with the kayak. Once I got it down to the bottom, I launched it off of the trailer and pulled it up to the bank. Now it's come full circle. This is where we started the video. I'm standing at the edge of the river after months of waiting, hoping that this outing is much different than the previous one. So with that, I was off to right the wrongs of a terrible turtle outing and turn it into an epic catfishing adventure. But just like before, I was in for another surprise. Luckily this time, it was the type of surprise that I like. So I tell this warning every time I come up here, but do not get too close to the spillway because it does have a bit of a suction to it. So if you get too close, it could rip you in and that could be the end. So a lot of people have died up here. It actually legally, you have to wear a life vest if you come up upriver from the boat ramp. So as always, I'm just trying to warn you guys, don't get too close. I've heard subscribers that have gotten too close, started to get sucked in, got really scary and barely made it out. Please be careful if you come up here. It's a fun place to fish. There's a lot of fish in this area, but it's not worth risking your life over. So I always say that, but I think it's worth saying again. I decided to start trolling a live shiner as I work my way up to the catfish spot. It never hurts to throw something out just in case you might get a bite. And it doesn't take long until suddenly the rod starts bouncing. What's going on, guys? I believe we got a fish on. Yeah, oh yeah, we got a fish. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, we've got a fish on. Oh my goodness. Oh, nice rod bend. Just gonna keep steering the boat up. Man, what a fish. Good start. I don't know what we've hooked, but we will take it. Oh, came off. You heard that correct. The fish just came off. We were so close to landing something big when suddenly disaster strikes again. That moment hurt pretty bad, but I was determined to catch a fish. So I stopped trolling, put a bobber on, and started drifting the bait back over the area where I just got a bite. Oh, okay. It just shot under. Something hit it. But it let go. It like hit it and then sped it. Oh, something's got it. Something's got it. Whatever it was, I ripped it out of its mouth. Yep, something got it again. I'm gonna let it eat it this time though. He sped it. So whatever it is little. Now what do you suppose is grabbing it, ripping it down, but not hooking up? Oh, something got it. Something got it, guys. Something's got it. Oh, I had it for a second. He ripped the bait off. Golly, what in the world? What are these fish, man? With every missed bite, I was growing more and more frustrated. It almost felt like the curse of the turtle. I don't know what it was about this moment, but no matter how many times I got bit, nothing hooked up, and I was honestly kind of losing my mind yet again. Something's all over him. Oh, it's under. Oh, it's off, it's off. We still have not hooked whatever this weird fish is. I don't know what this fish is. I honestly needed a change of pace, so I paddled over to the bank, got out of my kayak, and started fishing from land. All right, guys, so I just got out. I'm on the bank. I've still got that shiner on that bobber setup, so let's walk down the bank with it and just see if we can catch something on foot. After that, we're gonna throw out some cut bait and we're gonna switch over to catfish. Guys, I'm dying to figure out what the heck this mystery fish is. I really don't know. But let's pitch it out there and we're just gonna walk with it. It's under. It's under. Okay, there's a fish. There's weight to it, guys. What is that? What is that? Okay, we've got ourselves a bass. Smallmouth bass, heck yeah. So finally, we've landed a fish. I can't believe it. He's a little guy, but boy, is he a sight for sore eyes. Even though this fish was small, it felt significant, like I'd finally turned the corner on something that was just holding me down. The curse of the soft-shell turtle was finally behind me. With the fish under my belt, it was time to turn to catfish. I quickly cut up some cut bait, tossed out my lines, and waited for a big bite to happen. But as I sat there and time ticked away, I had this feeling that something just wasn't right. Like maybe the catfish just weren't there. Like I had to get closer to that spillway and just go for a Hail Mary fish. I needed something desperately. Little did I know, the largest fish of the day was waiting for me at the base of that spillway. almost like a final boss of a video game. So at this point, we're gonna move on. We've got to try a different spot, something different, because clearly that wasn't happening. So yeah, we've just got to hope we can figure this out before we run out of time. All right, guys, so we're in a shallow spot back here. We're gonna cast over there. There it is. Good spot right there. That's it. If there's gonna be a big bass, that's the spot. Oh, good fish. Okay, here we go. Oh my gosh. Okay, we've hooked a monster. Oh, he's in the current. Shoot. All right, guys, we're gonna have to go with him. He's in the current. I hooked a monster. I could not control this fish. He kept taking out line, and then he started going down river. I knew if I didn't chase him, I was gonna lose this fish. He has gone all the way out there. I've hooked something rather large. See if we can fight him in the current. He's really big, guys. Oh my gosh. He's gonna spool me if I'm not careful, so I'm gonna start going down river. See if we can pull him down river with me. Yeah, he's starting to run. We better go. He's starting to run down river, guys, so we gotta go with him. We're gonna get spooled if we don't. Because the water's so shallow, I can't get my prop in the water to properly chase this fish. I basically have one hand trying to row a 13-foot kayak into a deeper zone so I can finally get my prop in the water. And believe me, it was a struggle. There we go, feet are engaged now. Now we can chase it. Get the rudder in, okay. Guys, we're in official chase mode now. I was nervous. I'd lost so many fish that day, and I desperately wanted to see this one. I wanted to get it in the net so I could finally close the chapter on this crazy adventure. Oh, I can't quite tell what it is though, guys. It's just a really big fish. Oh man. What is that? It's a hybrid. I was absolutely shocked. Hybrid bass is one of my favorite fish to catch, and I had just hooked a monster. Not only that, but I didn't even know that the hybrid were even at the Spillway in the fall. What is a hybrid doing up here this time of year? Interesting. Okay, no wonder I couldn't get him in. It's a huge fish. Oh my gosh, that is huge. Oh, no way. No way. A monster hybrid, guys. Wow. I cannot believe I just caught a huge hybrid. I mean, this one's an absolute tank. I was not expecting hybrid on the bingo card today, I'm not gonna lie. All right, so this guy, 24-inch long hybrid. That's a really nice hybrid, guys. 24 inches long. No way. Guys, I literally can't believe it. I have not been up here this time of year, and I just didn't know what to expect, but I definitely was not thinking hybrid bass at all. I was just thinking bass, most likely, like largemouth, smallmouth. So that was an incredible surprise. We've got to get back up to that same spot and throw the remainder of our bait up there, because I have a feeling that's not the only monster today. That hunch was correct. It's almost like catching that hybrid bass opened the floodgates of possibilities, and as I headed back up to the same spot, I was in for a treat. Woo! There's a nice smallmouth. Wow! It's hard to believe we've gotten this far all because I started catching turtles instead of catfish. Yes, I didn't get my catfish video I wanted, but I got something even better. That monster hybrid bass was such a wonderful surprise, and it meant a lot to me. That's what makes fishing so special. You just never know what you're going to catch and what kind of adventures you're going to have. When I look at myself earlier that day, staring off into the water, I can't help but smile knowing that there's such a great reward at the end of the day for such a hard effort. The moral of the story is never give up, and be okay with whatever happens. Not every day ends the way you think it's going to, but sometimes you get an even better ending than you imagined. I hope you enjoyed this fishing adventure as much as I did. If you haven't already, I hope you'll subscribe to my channel. Till next time, tight lines.